Hi guys, welcome again to Fuse on Butter.
That's right, we outside, we inside, outside, everywhere. With your faces.
Hi guys, so good to be here again.
How do you guys feel? How are you guys feeling?
Good.
I feel good.
Okay.
So you know how I always say that I feel very pumped every week, but today I don't know, I'm indifferent.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
Send me your account details. Send me your account
don't play with me. Don't play with me.
This money I must get it too, so I'm gonna send you my account details.
If you don't play with me,
Yeah, send it.
if you don't play with me,
No, you know why I'm saying send it? Like I'll also add my own. Then we'll not send it. To,
oh my god!
Yes, now we'll send it to the producer so that they can help.
Nobody should hear this. All right, this is Fuse on Butter, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. Today we're going to be talking about a whole lot of themes.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about police officers in uniform that have been suspended.
Yeah, we're also going to be talking about Buju Big Bom Bom.
What? Okay. Oh my! Wow. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be talking about when it comes to women and when it comes to men. Why does it feel like the training for the male child and female child is always different?
Yeah.
Yes. When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about all of that. Don't go anywhere.
I used to care for the world's opinion.
Next.
I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuse Unbuttered.
Skip to my loo. Jersey. Oh my God, Leah, what the fuck?
So regardless of how hilarious this story might be, it's also very provocating because the story I'm talking about, the story of Buju and his girlfriend, the Swedish girlfriend who leaked a video that video should have some level of exclusivity between both of them. You were making videos of you and your man in bed, shame mushy moments, nothing too extra or X-rated. But we now hear that after the relationship hit rock bottom because allegedly she's pregnant and he doesn't want it and stuff like that, then she now released a video of Fati Bom Bom. She put out a video of.
Maybe you want to say this word so bad, like every chance. No, like every chance AB has.
No, Ruga actually hits Buju with that one, but I feel like it's very, very not nice. Let me use the word. It's not nice that she would put out because you're not a fling, you're not his side chick. You are literally his girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
Maybe was
okay,
now.
Was his girlfriend. Do you understand? With what we know now, we hear the relationship already hit rock bottom. So but then again, do you think that I don't think there's any excuse no matter what happened?
Well, personally, I feel like she did that out of hot. She was really hot.
That's why she releases
it's really
basically
painful when you shared moments, like you said, with someone and you're pregnant for the person and the person denies it. Like you guys, like you mean nothing to the person. That's really hurtful. I don't think she did it out of a place of, okay, I'm trying to wicked. I'm trying to be wicked to this guy or something. But like I said before we started the show, bad publicity in the music industry is good publicity.
Because man,
Luca just released an EP, man. So he's trending. He's trending.
Get it.
So the only thing we know is, okay, yes, it's Fati Bom Bom.
That's all.
Was released. That's all.
It was nude, but we didn't see the main. We just saw the back view. Gabby, what?
And he has actually not come out to give us.
Yeah, he has not replied.
So
he has
allegedly,
not said
we can't really say.
We can't even say if the allegations are true because she said they broke up because
so about the allegations, honestly, we need to obviously hear from him. If he's going to say anything about this, a lot of times, things like this happen and then the artist can decide to say absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But for this, obviously this woman was hurt because if this actually happened, then this is a reason why she did what she did.
And she's a fine baby.
She's very beautiful.
Very beautiful, Swedish.
So you can imagine how that child is going to look. So I'm like, why is
Buju is really good looking? Yeah.
I'm like, so
yes,
why?
It's Fati Bom Bom.
I I told you any chance AB gets, he's going to do that. So like, but this is what I feel. Why deny the child, basically? I mean, maybe
we don't know.
We don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. Actually, Buga has to come out to actually.
It's allegedly, I know, right? Yeah. But like, anyways, I mean,
and for me, finally, I just want to say, if you've listened to Bad Since '97, that's the EP. The last track, Lose Emotions. I was listening to the track and I was paying attention to the lyrics, and it's kind of relating to what's going on, like
to the story, right?
Yeah, because it's just like I've been putting up with a lot of you get. And I'm done. I've lost emotion. I don't feel the same way I used to feel.
Yeah,
maybe you guys should actually check out the EP. Bad Since '97. Buju did a fantastic work on that project. Let's move on.
Multina, share happiness.
Views Unpotted.
Okay, all right. So moving on, following a viral TikTok video, I'm just going to read it out. The Nigerian police force, I beg your pardon, has suspended 2 supernumerary police officers, Obaze Blessing and Obaze Emanuela Uju, over discreditable conduct and violation of social media policy. Now, the officers whose TikTok video went viral recently were suspended with immediate effect. The first public relations officer, Olumiyiwa Adejobi, said in a statement,
Obaze Blessing with spy number 5709 and Obaze Emanuela Uju with spy number 5708, who had done themselves in conventional police officers' uniforms contrary to the code regulating the spy service. One of them similarly adorned the rank of superintendent of police, which is contrary to the extant law. Above all, they portray themselves in the viral video and other videos as undisciplined and unprofessional in contravention of the police social media policy.
Yeah, it's quite. I really don't know how to feel about this, but I would say that before you actually join the force, be police, army, navy, whatever, you are given rules and regulations. You are given constitution to actually read before you are, you are being taken into the organization or whatever. But I feel that in as much as I'm not supporting what they did to them. But I mean, they were just suspended. But
what do you think?
A lot of people have actually come out to talk about, why should they be? Is that how the police force should actually portray themselves to society and all that? I'm like, if you actually read the constitution, then I mean, what they did to them was actually what they deserved.
So what I'm just going to say is that nobody's going to punish you in accordance to a law that does not exist.
Exactly.
So the law must have existed first. You must have been aware. Maybe if you're not aware, maybe that's not even an excuse, but they will not just bring up this punishment for a law that was not already, instituted before, that was not made aware, or made known to the people that, it involves. So this was obviously, they know this and they still fell short. So, I mean.
But I want my teachers to emphatically state the reason why they broke the law with that video.
Okay, so actually they're actually spy officers, and as a spy officer, you're not supposed to come out looking like a conventional police officer. So and also they were, if you watch the videos, you will see that they were not just one uniform, more than one type of uniform.
Yeah, so that was video.
And they weren't wearing their uniform.
Yeah, they weren't wearing their actual
and they were looking very hot.
Those girls,
they are pretty. They are so fine. And they're two together.
I saw comments under the post on Instagram, and people were like, it's I want to know their station. What area? These ladies must arrest me. But I mean, it's also very interesting that you find very attractive ladies in the force. But that they are spy officers. Hello, we are gone.
Definitely caught.
Yeah. But then again, we also saw that Daddy Shoki commented on this stuff, and
2 ladies are trying to make the police to be interesting. Trying to make young people to say, if we look like this, if we are like this, if we are like this, and we join the police, does not make the police a bad force. So if you are suspending them, you are the same people trying to repair the image of the police. What is the image of the police? Go and find out, do a visibility studies about the image of the police. See, I am right here in the UK. I have a video of the police trying to sell themselves to the public, for the public to have confidence in them. I will paste that video after I post this video for what people did to this girl. So for me, I feel the suspension is uncalled for. Believe me.
I don't think it sat well with him, but this is the rule of law, is the law. I mean, you can't break the law and go unpunished. I also must definitely commend the way that the Nigerian police force has been, really, really strict with enforcing the laws, not just in the general public, but also in the police force itself.
Honestly,
the disciplinary level has actually increased, and I'm really, really excited to see what results this will yield in the nearest future.
But then there's this thing about TikTok. Literally everyone wants to be on TikTok these days.
Yeah, the same way everybody wanted to be on Facebook right now.
So it's like you almost not find anyone not wanting to be on TikTok, and they just want to be on TikTok, basically.
Yeah,
so that's what
I mean, the funny thing, their followers has increased actually. Yes,
as expected.
Obviously, why not? This is a viral video,
and I'm sure
that's why it caught the attention of.
I can't imagine what their DM will be like. Someone will be like, "Can you be my persona?" We'll be right back, guys. After the short break, stay with us. It's Fuse Unbothered.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Maltina, share happiness.
Fuse Unbothered.
Yeah, so moving on to something very entirely different. Music executive Soso Sobereko put out a post where he was talking about the fact that it feels like a lot of male children are not really as trained as female children. And he says when it comes to homes, parents need to do a lot more when it comes to training their male children, that a lot of men, according to him, lack home training. It's the white smile for me. I'm not understanding, but
and I think there's some level of truth in that. All right. I mean, not just in terms of marriage, but generally home training. People tend to neglect a special level of attention to the male child. They just give them the surface level treatment and all that. They don't teach them the nitty-gritty of how to handle a home. Not even because you want to get married, but because someday you're going to, be
the leader.
The mindset is just you always know you have to be hardworking.
Yeah, you need to put food on the table.
You need to put food,
and that's all.
You have to be character-wise. Very, very. You have to draw the lines with emotions and reality and all that. That's a major part that we emphasize onto the male. And I'm saying this because, some time ago when I was in school and I stayed in hostel, I stayed with a couple of guys. Some people don't even know how to manage space. Do you get me? Because some people grew up in families where they had sisters or they had an house help that would just pack everything for them and probably just no matter how they mess up the bed and stuff like that. So I understand what he's saying, but I know he's literally emphasizing on when it comes to marital training or union training and stuff like that, because one day you're going to be an husband, you're going to be a father. Are you trained enough, or they should train, which is also good, I feel like, but then again, society is changing.
So I was telling someone the other day, I was saying that when it comes to things like cooking and a whole lot of other things, all these things are life skills. Like we're living, they're not gender specific. We're living in a society where a lot of people are realizing that, I don't feel like I need to get married at any point. So as an individual, you should be able to have all the skills you need for your survival. You should be able to know how to keep your space clean. You should be able to know how to relate with people. So you see a lot of times, let me say mothers specifically, because it's usually the mothers that are always like, as a girl, you need to know how to be respectful. You need to know how to be this. You need to know how to do this and all of that. But it's like they just look over the guys a lot of time. So I think this is great that the person who is talking about this is a male,
is a man,
and also a person in society that people respect.
At the end of it all boils down to the foundation, because I feel like you said, things are actually changing. Before now, men were actually raised to be in control. I mean, as a male child growing up in a home, you're being taught that, okay, you're going to own a home one day, you're going to be in control. So that aspect of home skills, cooking, washing plates is left for the female gender. Like
as little as even packing your
exactly.
clothes.
Even washing.
Yeah, washing your dish after eating. And
so,
stuff like
but
that.
things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed if you ask me. So men do better.
Men do better. Parents remember. Parents remember to train just as much as you want your girl child to be trained. Please remember
also
to
your male child.
or instill that kind of level of training upon the male children as well, given that they're also going to be leaders.
I
basically.
agree.
Yeah.
All right,
So, all right, guys, that's much we're going to take today on Fuse Unbuttered. Don't forget to join the conversation on Instagram at Fuse Local.
That's right.
At The Fuse. Follow me on all social media platforms at _Madichi.
You find me on all social media platforms at gabby.gabby.
That's right. Make sure you follow Gabby, please.
Please do. I need it.
You can also link up with me at AB_AKYZ from all of us here in the studio, guys.
Stay fused, baby.
Holla.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.